man, another great send-in. I'm so thankful these guys found us so we could like share their music because that was great.
Yeah.
Great death metal track, blistering, scorching hot.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Metal Maniacs Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Ingersoll, and I'm here today on this Black Sabbath, joined by my co-host,
your boy Modd.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
It's a dark Sabbath. It's a Black Sabbath today.
Yeah. It's some very morose, macabre weather out there. At least on my drive-in, it was rainy and shitty, and traffic was backed up at your exit. I'm like, great, I'm already late. Now everybody's going to sit here and stand still at the exit, just on the doorstep of getting to your house. So
it is the end of 4th of July weekend, so everybody's going back home now.
Yep.
So
usually when you get
VK's over.
Yeah, when you get up near that 96 interchange, like traffic can be scary there.
So you went out and seen Dies last night, huh?
I did. Yeah, good times.
Cool.
It was a unique experience, kind of, because they did like a double set. So you got like a set of cover songs with one original song spliced in, and then they come out and then they do like a mostly original set after that with a pair of cover songs in there. So I saw them perform a couple of never before played songs. I think some of them were very new even to them. It was new for me, but good times watching Dies guys out in the sun. Like a family friendly environment. Saw some friends of ours out there with their kids.
Yeah,
so it was a family friendly event. I tried I think it's the Warwick Brew, the Imperial Stout, and it had me in the bag for a minute there. I was like, oh my God, I need a rest. I need some water. It's thick, but it was good. I like those coffee stouts. So it's a good beer, good times with some friends.
Hot as shit out there too, man.
Yeah,
yesterday was brutal.
Yeah, thankfully, it was a little bit later in the evening, and it started to calm down, and there was enough shade provided, where at first we're all just kind of hanging back for that first set, but then that sun was down low enough for the second set that you could go out there and stand in front of the stage and enjoy it. But yeah, good times, cool setup, good beer.
Awesome. Well, today we are jumping into the 20th episode of our reaction series, and we got 8 new bands coming at you.
Sweet.
Maybe one band that is a repeat sender-ender, so whatever that is. But yeah, so I'm excited to get into this. The last of the 19th episode seemed we had some bangers on that, so let's see if we can keep this going. As always, if you want to send anything into us to be reacted to, it is themetalmaniacs.mi@gmail.com. So send in your submissions if you want us to react to your music on our show.
Yeah.
Just prefacing this, just for people to remind, if you do send it and you don't, I try to get back to you on email, but if you don't hear back from us, don't mean we're not going to listen to your song. It's just we kind of only do one of these a month, and the rest of the month is either a topic episode or usually interviews. So there's only 4 Tuesdays a month. That's when the podcast comes out. So don't think we forgot about you. If you haven't heard from us, most likely you're on the deck for your song to get listened to, unless it's total not metal, then we won't listen to it. So
yeah.
With that being said, we got this first band here, Skin Casket. Don't have much about these guys. It's kind of weird because when you type in Skin Casket, it says Skin Casket is a death metal band hailing from Michigan. I want to say this is Matt's project from Crocofile. But what is also weird is I want to say the Skin Casket has been around for a long time, at least in a different moniker. Maybe this is a new something, but
let's not be confused with Skin Jacket. Right?
No, but there's another Skin Casket too, because I was looking here. You got one that has 72 followers, and then you got one that has 462 followers. And these guys been around since before the 2000s. So,
right.
Yeah. And on the other Skin Casket, it looks like they played at the Machine Shop. Maybe they were part of a, old school death metal band. That's what it kind of looks like here. So not to be confused with that. This is something else. But if you're ready, I'm ready. I'll play it. This is actually just a video submission he sent. So it's on the Notion. You ready?
Yeah,
All right,
go
here you
for
go.
it.
How loud it is.
Wow. Some technical slam death metal in the face. God, good morning. That was a lot. That was a lot of busy work. Let me speak to what I absolutely did love about it, and that is the lead section, the lead guitar, and then that rhythm behind it was nice and juicy and had a little bit more clarity to it. The slam stuff, I've probably made my case a lot on this. It's just so much going on in my face that it's hard for me to like palate. But Matt's a great player. I love his guitar work. I think he made his point here with this. Probably a guest vocalist on it, but them slam vocals are always just something that make me giggle. like if you're watching the video, at some point you're gonna just see me make some faces like, what's going on right now? But I love Matt's playing and this style of music. You know, it is as advertised. He's got like the 4 fans of ingested, aborted, necrophagist. I think it's all of that. I think that it sounds like maybe some of the production could be called into, you know, a sharper focus. It wasn't bad. I just think that some of the mix was like up against that white noise, just wash where it's like, oh, it's so much happening right here. I need a little bit more clarity.
Yeah.
But the song itself is, you know, it is what it is. It's that slam death metal in your face and a lot of vocal, like 3 minutes of it. Man, this thing was 2 weeks long. Like it was like, oh my God. A lot going on. Matt, you're a hell of a player. I think you have tremendous amount of skill. I would take Matt and I would put him in a more melodious band. I'd be like, be my guitar player in my prog metal band. That's heavy, but also very melodic. But I know that this is like a style that Matt just loves. He loves shredding on his guitar. I see the playthroughs, like he's posting, the sit at home, practice your guitar type stuff. Like, here's me shredding a solo. So great player, cool stuff. I'd say keep going. I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the EP. Maybe there's a little bit more diversity. That one was just a 3-minute scorcher.
Yeah.
So just super sick. But I had fun. I like maybe a little bit of that living dissection type of death metal where you got that tech element to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they jammed. I don't know. Did they now or seen it? He was a Crocophile. Yeah. So same.
Yep.
Same.
So for me, like what I did like about it is when they did go to the groove. That's why I wouldn't really call this slam, because slam has a lot more groove in it, where this is just kind of like almost pummeling death metal with one groove in it. So this is just more like brutal pummeling death metal.
Yeah, a lot of grind too. Sometimes
But I mean, it's a slam adjacent. But slam just has a lot more of that fucking like groove and like breakdowny type stuff. And a lot more of that. It is what it is. You're gonna take this for what it is. I personally, just as far as feedback goes, well, let me speak to what I did like about it. Like, also, I love the guitar solo section. I know the talent that is involved to have to play some things like this. Vocals, I did like the vocals. I didn't really love the patterns or the singing over all of it. I didn't really care for that much, but like the vocals themselves were really good. It was just like a lot of vocals and nothing really to grab onto. At times, it just seemed like it was one low guttural vocal too. I didn't even hear drums or guitar. It was just it was just like you said, kind of this wall of white noise. I wasn't even sure what was happening for most of it, and it's not that I wouldn't like it because of that. It's just some of that needs to be cleaned up in the mix. Like, you got to be real meticulous with your mixing of this kind of music, because if not, it just blends into a wall of white noise. There's a lot of things that could have been discernible, but I just don't think they made it through in a mix, unless you're just going for the nastiest, ugliest, don't give a fuck. And that's cool too, but at the same time, then you make it hard for even a guy like me that loves heavy shit to listen to, because there's just not enough there for me to grab. But all in all, hell of a player. I mean, cool. I guess if it's your like solo project or whatever, it's cool. You had the dude from Atoll on there. I'm a big fan of Atoll. I really like their band, and they're not as brutal as this, but they're pretty heavy, like brutal death metal or whatever. But I'm a big fan of them, so that's cool having him sing on it or whatever. And I mean, I would definitely listen to more to see if we refined a little bit when the album comes. I would just say just a little bit of that, maybe refine it a little bit more. But that's my personal style. If you just want to go for straight fucking blood and guts, then throw it against the wall, then that's what you got. So
pretty raw. If it's a style of music, I think it wasn't bad at all. Just some spots, because there's so much busy work on it, I would try to like get a little bit more clarity and discernibility out of all that guitar work and all that playing, and adjust maybe some volumes to mix them against the drums or against the vocals, so you have the right elements popping out. Because some of that, like you said, when the vocals going, it can be hard to discern what's going on in the background. There's like so much shredding and double bass and snare and the growling of the vocals that sometimes at the end of the day, it's like, that's fine, but you still want that to kind of like have some more clarity, so that people can understand what's going on instead of just like static and distortion. And
especially if you're playing that fast, like guitar wise or drum wise, like it would be nice to know exactly what's happening, because it's very undiscernible. But hey, man, that is what it is. Skin Casket, cool, man. Go check those guys out if you're into like really brutal in your face death metal shit, like
that.
There's some great guitar playing.
The blend between like the grind and the slam, like like you said, it's maybe more grind, and I throw the slam at it just because maybe the vocal thing called to me. But I get it.
Yeah, because you never know what you're gonna get with slam vocals. A lot of crickets, a lot of frogs.
Those bull scrapers.
All right, moving on. We are moving on to a band called Landfilth. So you got Eric Bluebaum, he's lead vocals, guitar. You got Angus Burkhart on guitar backing vocals, Austin Nichols on bass backing vocals, and Jesse Mays on drums. Let's see. The band's sound is Malshable death metal to kill the oligarchy too. It was recorded by Brian Witten at Room 33, performed by Landfilth, mixed by Sean O'Shaughnessy.
O'Shaughnessy?
O'Shaughnessy?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Irish Sean
Okay,
O'Shaughnessy.
Sean
Sean O'Shaughnessy.
Art by Eric Bluebaum and logo by Colin Simula. And then sent us some links. They got some shows, a bunch of Ohio shows. Looks like these guys are from Ohio. It says Kill Metal from Dayton, Ohio. So I'm going to click this Temple of the Common music video because I'd like to check out the video, see what we got kicking here. So are you ready, Nick?
Disturbing.
Cool, man. Yeah, so I fuck with that. That was kind of like maybe some Sanguis Autem kind of style death metal. It's a little more on the Entombed front to me, like kind of more that doomed HM2, like more slowy, kind of groovy, dirty death metal. Yeah, fuzzy death metal, like, you know,
almost obituary.
Yeah, around there. You know, it's kind of like when doom meets death metal type thing. Yeah. Pretty cool band though. I love the guitar tones, just fuzzy in your face, heavy as shit. The video is absolutely great, super high quality. The song itself was good. He had them repeating parts, and I like that. Had some good groove to it. As far as death metal, it didn't really get in the grindy death metal territory, but I guess it is. It's like, what would you call that? It's pretty damn heavy, you know, so it's a lot heavier than just like heavy metal, but it is like the doom death metal, HM2 style. All in all, really great job. I think these guys are representing themselves well. They got all their stuff together. Their art looks cool. The video looks great. So really cool send-in. I liked it, Landfill. Thank you guys so much.
Kind of reminded me of maybe like some 6 Feet Under too, where you got that groove. Like this band, Fugitive, is another good one that's out now that I fuck with. And it just had like some of that desert metal tone, like you said HM2, but like heavy in the groove. I like it. Disturbing video, tough watch, unsettling, but also like I get it. Like it's been in those sorts of things, kind of been in the news. People feel that way about the oligarchy and the opulent wealth. It's like, yep, pile of shit, made a lot of money. Like, it's just fucking brutal. So if you're squeamish, that video might not be for you, but that song slaps. I enjoyed all of it. Was it Landfilth?
Yep, Landfill.
Good stuff, man. I fuck with that too. Fun. Like you said, that HM2 metal, man, it is what it is. It's fuzzy, groovy, and brutal. So
the song was called Temple of Mammon by Landfill.
Okay,
so,
cool.
All right, moving on. Thanks, guys, for the send-in. Appreciate that. Next band, Enthroned Serpent. So this band, Athens, Greece. Enthroned Serpent is a black metal band formed in Athens, Greece. Their first official release is the EP titled Towards the Unknown in 2018, featuring guest appearances by Sakis Tolis of Riding Christ and Marikal of Order of the Ebon Hand. Their new creation, entitled At the Edge of Eden, is a mixture of aggressive black metal combined with death metal rhythms and abundance of melodies. So let's see what they sent here. Looks like they just sent this song, so I guess I always want to make sure I got the name of the song, though. That's the thing. I'm not real sure like which one they want us to play. So I'm gonna play. I just went to their Bandcamp.
Okay.
Because they sent me a link to the song.
Right.
And but it doesn't give me a title of the song, unfortunately, and so I'm just gonna play this song called "And the Darkness Reigns." Here's that.
Hell yeah.
Fucking sweet, dude.
Oh, that was so good. So Enthroned Serpent. Jay, one more time the name of the track.
It is And Darkness Reigns.
Okay, and is that from the At the Edge of Eden?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, track 2.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, about 5 minutes. Man, what a great track. Blackened death metal, but mostly in the vein of the black metal.
Yeah.
Like straight up. But well done. Like, what a great black metal track, especially for me, where I'm always like apprehensive about that style. But man, I said it earlier, when you do your thing well, you win people over. And I constantly gravitate toward this as long as it's not noisy, and it wasn't. It was very well produced, a lot of clarity on all instruments, and it showcasing even a bass tone in there where it's like, we don't have to have Steve DiGiorgio. We just need a guy who's in the mix and can play along with this very busy, very intense music. It was melodic at times, but then it was just pummeling and in your face at other times. I thought it was well done. I loved everything about that, to be perfectly honest with you. What a great metal track. What a great send-in. The boys from Greece, I mean, yeah, you got some old school Rotting Christ vibes in there,
Yep.
obviously, because you got the guest and the help with one of the Rotting Christ members. Also reminded me maybe of some Dimmu Borgir, but just a tasty black death metal track in your face. Really well done on all fronts, the musicianship and the recording production. Just kudos. All top marks. Good job.
Yeah, I'll just jump right in here and piggyback off what you said. The art is absolutely fantastic for this. Just evil as all shit. Looks black metal. Great album art. I love the lyrics as well because I was following along since I put the lyrics on the Bandcamp, so then I could tell that there was parts that came back too.
Yep.
So you got the good songwriting in there too. You got love the vocal. He stayed in that black metal range. Gave it a little bit of fluctuation in there, but all in all, you could. If you're reading the lyrics, you can understand what he's saying too, so that kind of helped. But yeah, what a great song. The production was right where it needed to be. At the end, it kind of reminded me of maybe like some older Behemoth, but Behemoth probably would have went in more of a groove after that like tom build-up kind of thing at the end. But that really reminded me of a lot of like maybe some older school Behemoth type stuff.
Sure.
But what a great band. That was a great send-in. Another one from Greece. So we got a few from Greece now, and that's pretty damn cool. And we
We're
appreciate
catching
that.
on over there like wildfire.
Yeah.
Taking over the world. People from Europe finding us all the way in little old Michigan, West Michigan here. I love it, man. That's super cool. I'm happy that we're being discovered and getting the opportunity to discover new bands ourselves. So Enthroned Serpent made a fan out of 2 people today, man. I loved it. That was great.
Yep.
Sick artwork too, like you said. I absolutely love all their covers, but the most recent one, At the Edge of Eden, just grim, just diabolical.
We're catching on like Euros over there, dog. So
yeah. No, you stop.
So, yeah, man, that was super badass. Loved it.
Great send-in.
Looks like they jam shows and shit too because of the press kit that they sent us has a bunch of like live photos and stuff that I put here on the Notion. So pretty badass. All right, so we got. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we got a returning band, Order of the Dead. Now this band was on before. I don't remember exactly what episode but we were. I don't have it handy, but a different reaction episode. We reacted to one of their songs.
I think they're from New York, Rochester area.
Says, dudes, here's our new single. Hope you like it. Let me know what you want to do as far as the interview and stuff. Things got a little crazy over here trying to get stuff done with a full album in that time. Should be dropping by June 14th.
Okay.
So here we are into July. I know I had a little back and forth about them because I'd like to get these guys on the show. They're pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into Order of the Dead, the new single. This is called Dragged into Light. This actually, I believe, is a 2025 release, May 25th, 2025. So here it is, Dragged into Light, Order of the Dead. Cool.
Man.
Order of the Dead, second time on the show. That actually sounded a little different than the other single, which I actually absolutely liked. And I may have mixed something up here. I don't know. So that's what they sent me, right? Mm-hmm. So they sent me that, and it's Dragged Into Light. That was the song. But they actually do have their new album out called Captives. It did come out on June 14th. And that song, Dragged Into Light, actually isn't on there. But what is strange is if you look at the actual titles of the songs, the song we already released, Illusions, was on there. So maybe it was just a collection of songs that they all put together, and Dragged Into the Light didn't make it. But that was the one they sent, and maybe they came out with an album afterwards that by the time we released this. But either way, cool-ass song.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really cool. I'd actually love to see or hear a refreshing sound like that, because it wasn't deathcore. It wasn't a bunch of breakdowns. It was almost like a thrash, metal-in-your-face type, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to explain, but it's metal up your ass all day long right there, man. And Order of the Dead, another banger they came out with. Love the repetitive parts of it. Everything sounded good. Loved the little melody in there. Sounded really epic when they went into a couple of those little melodies that they did with the guitar. You could hear the bass banging the whole time. Great choice of vocals as well. All in all, I'm a fan of Order of the Dead, and this song is a banger as well. So super badass art, both on the Captives album and on the single. Kind of reminds me of The Last of Us kind of looking creature there on the single. But then I see also on May 17th, a couple months ago, they played with Mortician, Ringworm, Vomit Forth, Pyrexia, and Sully, which Sully we featured on the show. And then on July 3rd, they played with A La Carte, which is awesome, another band that we featured on the show. So they're out there playing a bunch of shows right now, and cool-ass band. Thanks for the send-in again, guys. Appreciate it. We'll definitely talk about chatting with you all on the show.
Yeah, we'll have to have them on a Zoom chat or something, unless they're going to make the drive from Rochester. That's welcome, too. We can hang. Great song. It did sound different from what I remember the last track sounding like. I do remember there was a lot more bass forward. I mean, there was bass on this track, but the last track that we listened to from Illusions, just had a lot of mean bass on it. You could hear it in the mix a lot, even more so. So a great bassist in that band. Again, I speak to his talents, but the whole band is talented. I love the melody-rich guitars. This is more my speed. When you talk about, hey, I'll listen to your band and I'll give it the most objective, review that I can possible on anything, even if it's not my style. This does speak to my taste and my style a lot, where you've got a lot of melody in the guitar, and there's a lot of clarity in the production, had some cool vocal diversity, had the songwriting in there, but there was a lot of parts, but they still brought some stuff back, and it was a structured song. And it got into those grind beats where it was all right, that's death metal. And then there was the more melodic stuff. It kind of reminded me of some Hypocrisy. Select Hypocrisy maybe was just one that I could pull out of my catalog in my brain, where I'm we've got the melodic parts, but we've also got just that thrash, black and death metal vibe going on too. So had heaviness galore. I love the melody where I can just discern what's happening and it makes sense in my brain. So just, again, a fan of what you guys are doing. Got nothing but compliments over here from us. The artwork, the music style, the production, everything is just yep, good. So keep it going, keep doing what you guys are doing. Order of the Dead from Rochester, New York. I can see they've got plenty of bookings in the New York area. So if you're out on the East Coast and you find yourself wanting to see a good metal band live, I would make the trek out to see wherever these guys are playing. And it looks like they got some good bills that they've been on too. So
yeah, for sure.
They're doing the thing. So, yeah, shout out, guys. Good work. Thanks for the send-in. Good track. Love it.
Cool. All right, moving on. So this band, Xemaulc'tha. Xemaulc'tha? Xemaulc'tha? That's what I would say. Xemaulc'tha. So, cool little story, though. It says, hey, guys, wanted to submit a song from our album released August of 2024, but fairly under the radar. The band began in 2020 and finalized our lineup after a few changes in 2021. Lineup is Mike Cook, Vivian Banks. That must be the band. Marco Pitruzzella, which, I just call you Lord Marco. 6 Feet Under, San Nivenos, and Waking the Cadaver. He's obviously on drums, and Nate Hammond from Forever Lost and Morecast on guitars, bass, and vocals. So our sound is heavily influenced by technical death metal, thrash, and progressive metal, and 4 years of writing and production went into our first release, working remotely from Ohio, Washington, and Arizona. Even though the album features a lot of faster tempo tracks, Beyond the Stars has been one that stands out for a lot of fans and listeners. So I will link the first, and feel free to check out the rest, as the variety and moods are pretty diverse. Marco's work on this album was selected for SickDrummer's Best of 2024 list this past January, and we're honored to receive the accolade. So
nice.
Then it says, been enjoying your content and thoughtful takes, and appreciate MI metalheads doing what you're doing. Mike and I grew up in Northwest Ohio, so we both played with Michigan metal bands throughout most of our time in the club scene. Thanks.
Sweet.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome that you found us. Very anxious to hear this now. I always love Lord Marco's work.
Yeah, he's a brilliant drummer.
So clicking the YouTube link now.
Wow. Yeah, Lord Marco was on that one.
Yeah,
Holy shit. Man, another great send-in. I'm so thankful these guys found us so we could like share their music because that was great.
Yeah.
Great death metal track, blistering, scorching hot. Just great rhythms, heavy. Love that bass tone in there. God, man, take a note. Like I'll keep banging the same drum. Like you ain't got to be the best bassist. You might want to have the best tone though. Like if you have the right tone in the mix, it just validates everything that you're doing. Like just dirty bass back there. I love that. That was good. Great song, heavy. Storytelling vibes, and it does lead me to this next part. I wanted to speak to the music first. Great job. I'm trying to figure out this band name. I'm like, man, it looks like something. So I'm like, this has got to be from like an H.P. Lovecraft type world writing or something like that. So similar to like maybe in Fury, where you're getting a lot of stuff from H.P. Lovecraft infused in your content, lyrically and visually speaking.
Yeah.
I could not find a pronunciation of this word, but it does look like it's from the Cthulhu mythos.
Okay, that makes
so
sense.
Xemaulc'tha, it says, described as a metaphysical checkpoint separating reality, the dreamlands, and a third nameless domain. So I think you're going to be in for some craziness as you dive into the lyrical content. Should that be available, with their album, if the lyricals are out there, if the content is available to you, like there's going to be some things to really like get immersed in that world.
Yeah.
The tentacles, the big Cthulhu demons and such. Like I love that stuff. I think it's very fascinating. But I was trying to figure out where it comes from, and the Google AI kind of points me towards some of the H.P. Lovecraft writings, which I was picking up on just with the spelling of the band name. So, But yeah, good stuff. Great send-in, great track. Loved it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. For me, man, the drums were absolutely fantastic on it, especially the part that he went faster than humanly possible, but only Marco can do that. And I know he can do it. Seen him do it. But yeah, it was cool because they did have like callbacks for how technical and out like spacey it was. They had a few parts that they did call back, so it was nice that they had some songwriting infused in like the extraterrestrial writing that they have, and that's what I would call that, because it is very unorthodox whatever was happening there, but I was there for all of it. I actually do want to hear more of this, because I could see where these guys would definitely lean into some other sounds and speeds, and like I feel like this might have just been a little chunk of what's available with these guys as players, man. You could tell they were players. I mean, just so confident with the melodies and then the guitar work on top of it. Of course, if you attach Marco's name for it with anything, people are going to be like listening to the drums and for the drums. But these guys hold their own, right along Marco, as far as, just playing so well.
Yeah, their caliber of musicianship was up to snuff with his. It's like,
exactly.
Okay, you guys can play with Lord Marco. You got to be good.
Yeah.
And they are. And they were great. They were all great players across the board.
This artwork is sweet as shit. It kind of does look like some kind of creature traversing past, coming out of a wormhole or something in space. Like you're about to get fucked up when this guy enters your universe, kind of thing.
Coming through the portal.
Yeah, so I'm here for that.
Definitely big H.P. Lovecraft vibes.
I think this is definitely, there's always bands on this show that I'm like, I will definitely go listen to the rest of that, and these are definitely one of those bands. So not necessarily the water cooler name band where I can just tell you who I went and seen this weekend, but because I don't know how to pronounce it at this moment, but I think we gave it our best shot. So good stuff. All right, man. Thanks so much, guys, for that send in. Please go follow them and check that out. The album came out and they're looking for a little love on that, and they deserve a lot more, especially if you're a tech death guy. So
good
all
stuff.
Right, cool. Moving on. We are now talking about the Sons of Montana. It says, I enjoy the podcast and reaching out on behalf of the Sons of Montana, a Connecticut-based band on Brayburn Records, to inquire about the possibility of an interview. We are supporting our new EP, Full Goth, released 5/2, recorded at Radar Studio, engineered, mixed, and mastered by Will Benoit, SOM Caspian Fixation Art. The record blends angular noise and heavy contrast, building on our debut EP produced by Grammy winner Kurt Ballou, and are followed up with Daryl Rabadou Cancer Conspiracy, Drowning Man. Please let us know if there's an opportunity, and thank you for your time and consideration. All the best, Matt, the Sons of Montana. So Sons of Montana Bandcamp. We're going to go to this, and I don't know what we're in for here, but I guess Monty Python and the Holy Fail. So we'll see what we got here.
Right.
Okay.
Good times.
All right, man. So this was very interesting. This kind of reminds me of like a tongue cutter style, like, like the Learning or the, Learning Curve Records style band where it's kind of like indie noise rock type stuff.
Noise metal.
Kind of along the lines of, maybe some Every Time I Die.
Gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, there's a few points where it was just as far as the music goes, it's kind of like, where are we going here? I'm not real sure what this drummer's beat is. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just that kind of leads to that whole noise rock type thing where it's just kind of like weird and jerky and a little kind of off time or whatever. But all in all, this was pretty cool. Like, especially if you're a fan of like Every Time I Die or something, you'd really like a band like this. Production sounded good. I thought it sounded great for like this style of music too. It sounded nice and like loose and raw, but not overly produced as well, but not like so underproduced that it sounds like crap or anything. It sounded nice live, like you're in the room. Sounded pretty cool. I wasn't real sure what we were going to get because the aesthetic is kind of strange, the green with the purple or whatever. So I'm not sure what we were going to get with this, but I think it's actually kind of a cool look because it's completely different than anything you kind of see, And then I just want to read this little blurb on their Bandcamp that I thought was cool. This actually came out in May 2020. May 2nd, 2025. Got Matt on vocals, Jay on guitar, Vincent on guitar, Ian on bass, and Sandwich on drums. And then it says, we are professional procrastinators waiting in the tides between risk and regret. 5 socially inept misfits brought together by their desire to wage a rock and roll jihad armed with high-gain feedback, lonely teenage hearts, and middle-aged debt. Brayburn Records bankrolls our bad decisions, and we love them for it. Nice. So, yeah, man, pretty cool. I loved it. Thanks for the send-in, dudes. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I liked it as well. It did remind me a lot of the Every Time I Die, maybe a little bit of Car Bomb in there. Okay. Not super technical, but it did have that herky-jerky beat where you're like kind of like just kind of hanging on as best as you can, and it kind of grooves. But it's not in the pocket as a groove. You got to kind of pay attention to what the drums are doing, and the guitars are just pummeling you with the heaviness. Great production. I thought it was very full sounding. It certainly reminded me of the Every Time I Die, which is not a bad thing at all. I actually like it, and I think the hashtags at the bottom like really fit the description of what they're doing: metalcore, metallic hardcore, noisecore, post-hardcore, screamo, and I don't know what the last one is, Meridian. But really good stuff. Nothing but top marks for me as well. I love what you guys are doing. You're talking about a 10 and a half minute EP with 4 tracks on it. I love the sense of humor that I'm getting through the lyrics or from the drummer's name Sandwich to the title, the titles of the songs. You got Monty Python and the Holy Fail, Grim Kardashian. We got a vocal rest. I'm guessing that's a clever name for an instrumental, maybe. I don't know. And then Glam Danzig. So a little tongue in cheek there, a little sense of humor for you. They're not giving me like the metal aesthetic, even though they do give me a metal sound. The album artwork is not full of black, dark, grim, skeletal, demon-like energy. It's just got these hands holding the name of the album and the band name, and it's very colorful. I think so with their lyrics and their song titles. A lot of color being thrown at me just in terms of what they're doing. I loved it. A little something different, but also fits the show perfectly.
Yeah, very well.
Great send in. Yep. Great song. Loved it, guys. Good stuff.
Cool. All right. So we got a couple more for you guys here on this 20th episode. So one thing, this was kind of a weird, I don't even know if this is a submission, but I needed one more while I was getting ready for this episode, and I just had this guy hit me up, and maybe you had some kind of interaction with him on
the socials.
Yeah, on the socials, because it just randomly said that, like, a random message. It was just, hey guys, my band is Heavy Lies the Crown from St. Ignace, Michigan. And that's it. And then he sent us a link. So I don't know if that was submission. Hey, check out my band. I don't know what it was, but you happened to get on this show because we needed another submission. So I assumed that was your submission, even though there wasn't a whole lot of rapport back and forth there. Just be careful, too, because there is another Heavy Lies the Crown that's active right now in Ohio. So, and they got like 5,000 followers. These guys got like almost 4,000 on Facebook. So I don't know who had what first, but there is another band called that. And he didn't really give us any direction on what to play either. So I'm just going to go
Dealer's choice.
I'm just going to go ahead and go for this song because it looks like this Built For Us was 2024 album and then a single from 2024 called Marble Skin. And I'm just going to play this Marble Skin one.
Okay.
Because it was a single, so we'll see.
It's got the most plays. Man, angry, heavy, lies the crown. Good stuff. That one was, I just had it. Jesus, Nick. Marble Skin?
Yep.
Marble
Sure
Skin.
was. Yes, sir.
So that was a single that came out in early 2024.
Yep.
And then they've got Built For Us, which does not feature Marble Skin. Was their full length that came out in 2024 as well. So it actually preceded that in January of 2024.
So that was...
So we did listen to like the newest track.
Newest track.
All right, sweet. Good for us. Good for them.
Good, we figured that out.
Heavy, man, a minute forwarder of just crushing deathcore, hardcore deathcore. You can help me out if you want, but
yeah, they just say they're a gent band, so
gent.
I guess.
Okay, kind of reminded me of the dudes, a band that we had on recently,
Splinters.
Yeah, definitely big Splinters vibes. Loved it. So if Heavy Lies the Crown is listening, you might make friends with the band Splinters because we find,
if you're not already friends with
because we find some similarities in your guys' songwriting and style, and just angry, just screaming in your face hardcore deathcore music. I absolutely loved it. Good mix. I thought I heard everything clearly. And in a minute and 40, I didn't need much more out of you. You probably could have spaced it out with some other elements, but you don't have to. Sometimes that's all you need. Just that minute 40 of heaviness in your face, crushing you.
Yes.
Like rolling over your skull. Like that was good stuff. So thank you for the submit. Jay, take it away. What do you think? What do you want to add to that?
Oh, man. Sounded pretty cool. Sounded pretty good. It sounded like what the kids are doing nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
They are from St. Ignace, so they're up there in Upper Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded pretty good. I see they're out hustling, playing shows. They look like they've been around for a couple of years. So,
nice.
Yeah, man, I didn't really have no qualms with it at all, to be honest. I didn't have no feedback on it or whatever. I want to see these guys just keep doing them.
Yeah.
I guess you are in that pickle where there is another band that's active in only one state away that's also called Heavy Lies the Crown. And it says they're like more of a tech deck, like Soruption type of band.
Okay.
But yeah, man, go check out Heavy Lies the Crown. I've been seeing these guys' name on flyers, and maybe they are cool like Splinters because they are very adjacent sounding type of band, just pissed in your face. 2 minutes of punch you and kick you and strangle you for 2 minutes of crowd killing. That's what they're doing.
Angry.
Yeah, man, go check those guys out. Thanks for the send-in. Thanks for finding us. Or if that was your send-in, I don't really know, but hit us up if you want to actually chat.
Good stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll be heading up to St. Ignace here in a couple of weeks, actually, or
St. Ignace.
somewhere in the UP in that area anyway.
You going on vacation?
Yep. I'm going to take the family up. We're going to do a couple of different cities and just tour our way through up into the UP and then back down, and should be back in time to do a podcast on a Sunday morning.
Cool. That sounds fun.
I was like, I don't have to tell Jay about this because no rescheduling needed, no cancels needed. I'm just going to like hit the road. We're going to end up in Traverse City.
Oh, cool.
But then I'll leave Traverse City with enough time to go. It'll be an early morning.
Yeah.
But I'll be here. If it's a 10 a.m. shoot, I'll be here.
Cool.
But yeah, good stuff, you guys. Shout out UP Music. Absolutely happy to hear that there's a scene up there, and it's as good as all that. Heavy Lies the Crown, that was sick. I loved it.
All right, cool. So the last submission for today is a band called Dug In. It says, metal band hailing from Michigan for fans of Knock Loose, Norma Jean, and the Acacia Strain, and Kubla Khan.
Sweet.
This song is called Cold Stare, and it's a YouTube video.
Nice.
An actual video. Cold Stare. Another guy.
You better love my time first, 'cause I'm strong.
Another disturbing video.
Yeah. I was going to say at the beginning, before the music started, another video that the guy starts off in the suit and tie, tied up. I was like, oh, 2 in 1 day. Holy shit. It's weird how that works sometimes, but
nice way to ironically close out the show.
Yeah.
It started the same way, I feel like.
Yeah. All right. So dug in. Pretty cool. Another kind of 2 minutes and 30 seconds of a band of just pissed off stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of songwriting or anything going on there.
A lot of chug.
Just kind of like chugged it away and then kind of threw in that Discord here and there. So, I mean, if you want to say for fans of like Norma Jean or something like Acacia Strain, that makes sense. Yeah. It's kind of, I guess it's like beat down hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's vocals were pretty cool. I could hear what he was saying or whatever. Not a whole ton of variety or anything, but I mean, yeah. Your basic hardcore like metal band or whatever, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I guess my only feedback, nothing really super stood out with it either. Like it kind of blended in a little bit with those style of bands.
Yeah.
I guess my only feedback was maybe try to do something that makes you sound a little different than other bands. That'd be my only feedback because if there's 8 songs of that, you start to kind of get into the samesies category. But that would be my only feedback if I had to give you some feedback. But I mean, all in all, you could hear everything really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I loved it.
The production was pretty good on it. I liked the guitar tone. It was a little bit different. But yeah, all in all, man, pretty cool band. And I really enjoyed the video. It was very cool.
Yeah. So. Great video, great production. Just another one of those body snatcher, Kubla Khan type bands where I'm like just pummeling you with a heavy groove. I just love that they had good tones across the board. They had vocals that I could understand. They didn't pull any punches. Like, yeah, could we branch out and do a little bit more diversity? Sure, but 2.5 minutes of just in your face, like pummeling heavy, crushing riffs, like they nailed it. I think they are another one of these bands that they are as advertised. They say we sound like these bands or for fans of these bands. And yep, you nailed it. Yep. You did a good job of describing yourself and what you sound like. Heavy song, I could see getting down to that. I like this style of music in general because I can understand it.
Yeah.
And I just like it. It makes sense to me. It's heavy. It's not over the top. There's not a lot of other beats that I don't normally appreciate as much. Everything is just like in the groove, pocket, heavy, and just a good representation of what's happening now in heavy music. So I loved it. Great work.
Cool.
Cold Stare by Dug In. Thank you for the send-in, guys.
Well, that completes episode 20 of our reaction
another good
series. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, if you guys want to send anything in, the metalmaniacs.mi@gmail.com. Include as much information as you can so we kind of know where to set things and how to decipher it. And if you want to have any back and forth, that always helps as well to actually have a little rapport and kind of get to know you, so I know more about your band and we can share that on this show. But to all the bands that sent everything in, you guys rule, man. Any band that likes our show or any band that found our show or anybody that listens to the reaction episodes and finds a band through us, we appreciate all you guys. You know, so make sure you continue to like, share, and subscribe. Try to help us get our numbers up. If you want to leave us a review on any streaming podcast, that would help us, or streaming outlet, that would help us as well. Get our name out there to other metalheads and getting them hearing new music like we get to all the time. So,
and I'll add to that too. If you see your band featured, if the episode finally drops and we're tagging you, like you can reach out to us in a inbox so that we can make sure that we get you the clip.
Yeah.
So that you can share it whenever you get around to it. Later, you can 6 months after the episode airs, you can share the clip again if you want. Like, here's the time we were on the Metal Maniacs and they reviewed us, shout out. Like, it helps both of us, I think, your band and our show. So if we don't post the clip from our end, because we don't post every single one of these clips, sometimes they are strictly for you. And there's no determining, which one gets picked. It's almost kind of random on my end.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll pull one up, and if it's heavy and we loved it, we'll share it.
Yeah.
So, but like there's 8 submissions per episode,
Yeah.
and there's 7 days in a week, and I
Right.
don't post every day.
Right.
So definitely hit us up if you want to make sure that you have direct hands-on access to the clip. We can make that happen for you.
Yep. All right, cool. With that being said, much love. Keep it metal. Peace. Thank you so much for checking out the episode. Be sure to hit that like button and give us a share.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed our podcast today, please give it a rating on your streaming service to help us gain some exposure.
And if you really enjoyed the show, please give us a follow or hit that subscribe button and come hang out with us every week. And remember, keep it metal.